Question is, what happens if somebody damages or wrecks my vehicle, total my vehicle? Like I said, if y'all learn this piece right here, it will be easy to get investors. All you have to do is... What's good, YouTube? You already know it's BR the CEO. We back with another video, man. Today I got a brand new BMW X5M. If you watched the last vlog, I basically had this car in the snow because we was taking pictures of it with the snow. We just added it to the fleet. Right now I'm at the warehouse. I got that Suburban back. It was in the snow. It went out there in the snow. We didn't have many cars going out while it was snowing, but we did have a few in the Suburban. It is one. I'm gonna show y'all that. As y'all can see how dirty that car is. The car is super dirty, but I want to show y'all this BMW X5M competition. Right, I've never had a competition, a X5 comp on the fleet. We've had X6s, we had M4s, we've had everything else, but we haven't had the X5 on the fleet. So if y'all want to rent any of my cars that y'all see except the Trackhawk in Houston, Texas, just let me know. Shoot me a DM on Instagram at BR the CEO. The inside is crazy on here. It got like a brownish gray type of look. You see, it's tough. They got even these little shutter things on the window that I can't, okay. Here's the inside. We got the glow up lights on the seat. Got the dashboard, carbon fiber dashboard or whatnot. And then we got this dusty Suburban. This shit look crazy. As y'all can see, this is basically from all of the snow that Houston just had recently in the past week. I'm gonna take it to get washed and it's going out again tomorrow. We have over 25 cars on the fleet, y'all. So if y'all want to learn the rental car space, just DM me on Instagram or go to my bio on my Instagram and y'all see everything when it comes to coaching. And I also own a credit business, so any credit services that y'all need, just let me know. Go to my Instagram, like I said, everything is there, or click the link in my bio down below in this video. Y'all will see like all of my links and stuff like that. But yeah, this car is very dirty, so I gotta get it washed up, and I will catch y'all whenever. I don't even know. All right, y'all, so right now we on the way back to the warehouse. As y'all know, we just left the warehouse probably 2-3 hours ago. Now we on the way back, and my warehouse is like 30 minutes away from my house. I like it like that. My house is very out the way, so the only cons is I have to drive all the way this far if a client want a car. Currently it is, I don't know if y'all could see the time, it's 7:40 at night and it looks dark. I mean, it is dark, but it looks late. And as y'all can see, I'm stuck in traffic. 7:40 at night, there's traffic because people don't know how to drive. So if you live in Houston, you need to get your license renewed by somebody that actually is gonna judge you off your driving skills, because I don't know how y'all be getting y'all license out here. We on the way to the warehouse to get the X5. The X5 did just get rented. It's going out on a private rental, so we're about to go ahead and get that out. 2-day rental at $280 a day, $1,000 deposit. So if any of y'all want to come out here and rent any of the cars except my personal cars, y'all do know, just hit me up on Instagram at BR the CEO, and I will catch y'all whenever we get to the warehouse. Bro, we just drove all the way to the warehouse and the client went ghost. They disappeared. That is why you always take a deposit before you even get up and move a muscle. The clients will literally do stuff like this. They'll say, all right, I'm on the way, all right, I'm an hour away, and they just don't show up. But this client is a returning client, so it's like, we like, all right, they finna actually rent from us because they rented from us before. But it is what it is. I drove really 50 minutes down here because of traffic. We was in crazy traffic, as y'all saw, and the client not even here. So it is what it is. We about to head back. Catch y'all when I get home. All right, y'all, so we about to take the BMW X5 and get the kill switch installed. We got the Trackhawk in the garage. We got that thing in the garage. I'm driving the E350, and we're about to go ahead and get this kill switch installed so we can go ahead and get this rented out. I had a ton of people trying to rent that car, but they was playing games. As y'all saw, I would take the car to the warehouse, and then people basically would not just, they wouldn't show up. They wasn't showing up, and then they would text me like an hour later, like, hey, I'm on the way, when they told me they would be there in an hour. Be like, all right, bro. Ended up having to cancel on them because they just wasn't responding. So that's on them. All right, y'all, so as y'all can see in the title and thumbnail, I'm about to be breaking down like some Q&A that I get a lot for this rental car space as well as the credit space, and how I basically started my rental car fleet. Right now we currently have 20 to 25 cars cars. These cars come in and out. Right now it's a slow season, so it's not many cars at the warehouse or in the fleet right now. Basically, we give our cars to our investors whenever, you know, it's a slow season, because they're not making as much money during the slow season. Obviously, we have luxury and exotic cars, so people aren't renting cars when it's like snowing and raining and bad weather and stuff like that. So give our cars to the clients, let them drive them, whatever. And then when it picks back up, that's when they send the cars back, and we start, you know, getting our students and mentees and stuff like that newer cars to put in a fleet. And that's just how we do the rental car business. Is very profitable. So basically, how I got started in the rental car space was what gave me the mindset, like, okay, I want to start a rental car business. I'm the type of person, I'm sure a lot of y'all are the type of people that like, y'all like every car on the road. I'm that type of person. Like, any car y'all show me, I know what it is and I like it. If you ask me what's my top 5 cars of all time, I'm gonna pick the best. Like, I know cars to the T, right? I'm the type of person like, okay, if I want to drive all of these cars, I can start a rental car business and still drive all of these cars, which y'all see. If y'all go back to my YouTube videos, my Instagram, y'all will see I've had pretty much every single car, except cars up to like Lamborghini SVJ or Ferrari 488, you know, those type of cars. We haven't had any cars like that, but we've had like Huracans and like entry-level exotics. That's all we had, right? Of course, right now I'm in the X5 M competition. That's like people's dream cars. We had the M4 competition, C8s, like GT43, GLE, like these are people's dream cars. I was able to experience, and still am experiencing, every single one of those cars, right, all for free. And of course I have my Trackhawk and the M4. Those are my, you know, personal cars that nobody is really going to be touching. But that's basically why I started the rental car space. It's just a passion. It was never to, okay, I want to make money off of these cars, but why not if I can, right? So I'm making money off of these cars, these same cars, and most of our cars are through investors and students, mentees and stuff like that. I do have a credit company, so I can get people from the credit company and say, hey, we do offer this asset for you once your credit is done, because a lot of people get their credit done but they don't know what to invest into. Boom, I have a rental company. Or if I have a student, I get their credit clean, I teach them, I give them the game about the rental car space, but they might not want to run the rental car space themselves because this is a hard business. It's not easy. Dealing with people, it is an entry-level business as well. So this isn't a business that you take and you can keep a steady income with a rental car business, but you can only make as much money as to how many cars you have. So I can only make X amount if I have 10 cars, or if I have 20 cars, I can only make a certain fixed amount, if that makes sense. So that's why I say it's an entry-level business, because it's very hard to scale unless you move to different cities and build a business in different cities, which is very rare. It's very hard because these are moving assets. These cars move, so it's very hard to keep them all in one city, right? So I'm in Houston. It's very hard to keep everybody in Houston. If I had 30-40 cars would be everywhere. So when I first got started in the rental car space, I did not have any credit. I got a cosigner for my first vehicle, and then that's when it just went from there. I just started building my personal credit. That's probably the main key. Once you learn how to build your personal credit, you can then teach other people how to build their personal credit. And once you teach them how to build their personal credit, it's going to be easier for you to get approved for these vehicles to add onto your fleet. It's just getting investors, right? But instead of people giving you money, they're giving you their credit report and saying, hey, let's get these cars, let's add them on the fleet, let's start renting them out. That's basically the most simple way on how to start a rental car company. What got me into it, I was in college. Like I said, I started building my credit and basically just financing cars in my personal name, in my business name, in other people's name, and we just came together and just started getting these cars out. So when I got these cars, I was renting them on obviously Turo, and this was like 2020. This was during 2020, during COVID, like right after COVID, when everybody started going outside. That's when it was a big boom in the rental car space. I started renting everything on Turo and HireCar. If y'all haven't heard about HireCar, y'all can also use HireCar. And I had nothing but economy cars. I was on social media, I was pushing these cars. I'm like, hey, I got these cars for rent. And I'm also doing private rentals, not just Turo or HireCar, private rentals as well. So that's what really forced me to start building a real rental car business instead of just using Turo, right? So that's like the basic easiest way to start building is build your credit, start bringing in investors. Once you bring in those investors, y'all just come together and, you know, start promoting these cars and building a actual brand. So I have a question where somebody asked me, how much money do you need to get started in the rental car space? You don't need any money to start the rental car space, simply because you have credit. If you're in the United States, everybody has a social security number. With your social security number, you have access to literally unlimited money that you can borrow, right? We start borrowing money, and like I said, if you understand credit, you understand how to build credit, repair credit. And that's why I have a credit repair company, because it goes hand in hand with my rental car business. I always tell people, stick with one thing. I learn how to do credit, I build credit, I repair credit, do everything credit. So it just falls along with, okay, I like cars too. So I have a rental car business and a credit business. You literally can go to banks and get unlimited amounts of money. Y'all see on my Instagram story, if y'all don't follow me on BR the CEO on my Instagram, go ahead and follow me. Y'all will literally see me getting approved for 50,000, 100,000, 90,000. Like, people are getting bags just from their credit report, and that's in business funding. That's not even in personal funding with a brand new LLC. Like, y'all just have to have the information and knowledge to go out and go seek the credit. But that's all you need. All you need is the credit. Once you get the credit, you start financing cars. You might have to put a down payment here and there, which won't be much, probably like $500 to $1,000, depending on if you're getting into luxury cars, exotic cars, economy cars. You'll need something very, very minimal on the down payment, and you can use credit cards to put that money down. So you don't need any money in my pocket. Like, y'all have to realize, I started this out of my college dorm. Like, I'm literally in college, so I didn't have no money. A lot of y'all are in the same situation. Y'all don't have money, and y'all like, where do I start? And this is how I found the credit space. I started using credit, and then I started investing my credit, and that's all you do. You just don't mess up the credit, and that's it. Pay your bills on time, and that's how you start a rental car company with no money. I always tell my students, learn the insurance game. So if I were to go to an investor that I see they have a Mercedes, let's say a Mercedes C300, they have a Mercedes C300. If I go to them and I say, hey, let's start renting this car out, they're gonna be like, well, what happens if my car is stolen? That's when you break down the insurance plays. That's when you break down the GPS trackers, and you break down all of the protection, break down how everything is contracted with the renter, break down how the renter has insurance and stuff like that, and y'all come to agreement to where this person, which hopefully would be a family member, because a family member will trust you and they'll give you the car, and y'all start renting the car out. That's what I was saying when I just get investors together and just start renting out these cars. Then you get on social media and start promoting these cars, because you want to do private rentals. You don't have to do private rentals, but I recommend it, because Turo is just training wheels, right? It's the training wheels on your bike. You want to take those training wheels off and go straight private rentals. My next question is, how do I replace my 9-to-5, or how long will it take me to replace my 9-to-5 or get a return on investment? Let's start with return on investment, right? Your return on investment, let's say if I put $1,000 down, like I said, everything is credit based. So it's all about how quick you can get the loan and pay it back. So if I put $1,000 down on a vehicle, let's say this vehicle is a Toyota Camry. A Toyota Camry is roughly $500 to $700 a month in 2025. If I can rent this car out for $500 a week, that's what, $2,000 a month. That's your profits. You take that, pay the credit card back. Roughly, let's say a month, you can pay your credit card back. All depending on how hard you're promoting and marketing this vehicle, because some people get out here and just put it on Turo. That's not enough. Like, you got to think about how many other people is on Turo trying to do the same thing that you're doing with the same cars. It's not many car brands out here, so it's going to be the same cars on Turo. It's going to be very competitive if you're only just putting your car on Turo. That's why I mentioned Hire Car. That's why I mentioned Get Around. That's why I mentioned all of these other platforms that you can use to rent your cars out. Facebook Marketplace. It's just so many other options you can use in order to get these cars rented out. So you want to go ahead and get these cars rented out. Just set like a weekly rate for the car, and your return on investment can be pretty instant, because it doesn't take much to get a car. I teach my students to get a car with zero money down, like with nothing down. So it's free. Like, you just have good credit, go into the dealership, get a car, walk out with nothing, with no money down, and you had no initial investment. All you have to do is just take your insurance and the car note, and that's pretty automatic whenever you're renting a car out, so you don't have to worry about that. Make sure that you're making more money than a car note is, or car note and insurance, and then you'll be able to pay off the car easy. So in order to leave your job with the rental car space, I would say minimum, I only had a job for like 2 weeks. I got fired from my job, y'all. I ain't gonna lie, I had a job for like a week and I got fired. I'm always a hustler. I've always been a hustler. Like, I've never been in a situation to where, oh, I gotta struggle and pay these bills. Like, it's been situations where I had to figure out ways to pay the bills, but I'm a hustler. Like, I'm not gonna let myself just sit here and let this car note pile up. So you have to be in the mindset to where I'm going to get up to 5 cars, get these cars rented out, and that's going to be my way to exit my job. Y'all just have to have the type of hustle mentality to where, okay, I'm going to be posting these cars on all of these platforms. I'm about to be on YouTube doing my research, seeing how to market these cars, get these cars rented out, and get the car actually rented out. Be on social media, be on Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat. A lot of y'all are in college, a lot of y'all in high school, and y'all know people that need cars. It's that simple. Just network, just put in the work. It's that simple. Once you put in the work, I would say get up to like 5 cars. That's probably the range where I see people like, okay, building a steady income. 5 cars, because 1 car is not gonna be steady enough. 2 cars is, you're probably gonna be profiting like $1,000 a month, but that's not enough to replace your job. You're probably gonna be making 600 to 1,000. It's like, okay, that's cool, but you're not leaving your job. You just reinvest, buy more cars, pay your credit cards down, keep rinsing and repeating the process. During this process, you'll be learning credit. Once you learn that process, you just take the same blueprint and give it to somebody else to be an investor. That's what I do with my students. Like, a lot of my students are in different cities, so if I have 2 students in one city, I'll partner them together so they can, you know, mastermind and bring other people's credit reports together and build their rental car fleet. It's just all about how much groundwork you put in. That's all the rental car space is, just groundwork. It's not really even online based. It's not an online based type of business. It's more so, how much networking are you doing? How many platforms are you posting these cars on to get rented out? That's basically the quickest way I can answer that question to how soon can I leave my job. The next question is, what happens if somebody damages or wrecks my vehicle, total my vehicle? Like I said, if y'all learn this piece right here, it will be easy to get investors. All you have to do is, I'm gonna just give y'all a whole insurance masterclass, right? Let's say you get a client from Instagram. Now, of course, Turo, if they rent through Turo, that's one deal right there. Turo is gonna handle everything for you. But let's say somebody come through Instagram or Facebook or any private whatever social media. For 1, they will need full coverage insurance. For 2, they will need a driver's license. And then of course you look through their social media, make sure they valid, make sure they not like a crash out or a YN or nothing like that. You don't want to rent to no YN. I'm sorry YNs, but y'all not getting my car. They'll need insurance, driver's license, and then once you verify the insurance, you just call the insurance on the document. They'll just send you the document in the DMs or to your phone number. You call and verify. You say, hey, Geico, is this a valid policy? They're going to ask for the policy number. Boom, give them the policy number, and that's how you verify the insurance. Once you verify the insurance, you put it on a rental car contract. Once you put the insurance on the rental car contract and all of the car details and every single detail that you need to get this car rented out, as far as the rental agreement, if y'all need a rental agreement, just DM me on Instagram at BRTheCEO. I'll show y'all the rental agreement. Put all the information, fill out the rental agreement, and you're good. If somebody wrecks your car, they have full coverage insurance because you verified it, right? Now that they have full coverage insurance, if somebody wrecks your car, the insurance company is going to say, hey, where's the rental agreement, so that we can see that there's proof that this person rented the car. You send them the rental agreement through the emails, and that's it. Now, insurance might take a minute to solve this issue and investigate and do whatever they need to do, but it's worth it because there's other ways to get paid from insurance, as far as like your car being down, like downtime. Basically, I think that's what we call it, like downtime. The insurance is taking like 3 months and we're missing out on income. We can, you know, charge the insurance for that. It's multiple other ways to get paid from insurance and have your car protected, but that's the main key. And then number 2, the second answer to this question is kill switches and trackers. I recommend you have 2 to 3 kill switches, 2 to 3 trackers. That way nobody can really burn off with your car. You'll have like geofence around the city, so if they exit the city, you'll know. If it goes in certain areas, you'll know. This is all depending on what tracker and situations you use. Some people use AirTag, some people use 2-3 kill switches. It's different for everybody. Just make sure you have a kill switch, trackers, AirTags if you want. That's what I recommend y'all do as far as insurance and to prevent wrecks from happening. You can't really prevent wrecks. I would say the best thing to do in order to prevent somebody getting in a wreck is basically put in a mileage limiter. They won't be able to go over a certain speed, but if they do, you'll be notified. You just tell them like slow down. Another thing is basically looking through their social medias, like literally ask for people's social media. If y'all ever rent a car privately, sometimes they will ask for your social media. They will ask for a credit card. They will ask for even proof of address. So you might have to give a bill, like a physical bill copy to the rental car company place, and that's their method of verification and verifying that you actually live here. You're not trying to take the car to a different state. That's what people do. They'll steal your car and take it to a different state, chop it up, etc., etc. That's the best thing to do in order to protect your car in the event of an accident. All right, y'all, so another question that I got is how to finance multiple vehicles. The basic thing I would say is don't get more than 2 cars on your personal credit. When you get a 3rd car, you won't even be able to get approved for a piece of lead out of a pencil, right? Keep it very minimal to 2 cars on your personal credit. It's no secret sauce. It's nothing that y'all may think that y'all need to get multiple cars in your personal credit. All you do is just go to the dealership, finance a 2nd car. Don't go over 3 cars. As long as you have a 6-month time frame between each car that you get, you're good. So if I get my first car, wait 6 months, wait 6 to 7 months, let it season up, let some age hit, so you can show the banks that, okay, cool, I have good sufficient history and I can go back and finance a 2nd car because I can afford this first car. And you just do the process like that. So don't go more than 2 cars. Once you hit 3, your credit is pretty much cooked, and it'll be hard to get out of that situation. So I basically recommend y'all go through what I call relationship banking. So for example, I went through Toyota Financial. I built my relationship with Toyota Financial. I literally have like 9 cars with Toyota, y'all. So if I have 9 cars with Toyota, I can go there and get any car I want. I can go there and put a car in my business name alone simply because I have a great relationship with Toyota. Same thing with these banks. You could choose Navy Federal. You can choose Chase, but I don't recommend you choose Chase. I recommend you stay with like financing type of banks. So like Ally Financial, Navy Fed, any credit union, Toyota Financial, Nissan Financial, Honda Financial. These certain banks that aren't to the public so much, or you just have to get a car to get a relationship with that bank. So I recommend y'all definitely go through relationship banking. That's how I could just go to the bank and say, okay, I want to put this car in my business name now, because y'all have so much history. They kind of trust you, like, okay, this is a business name, but this is the owner to the business, and they'll kind of connect the dots, and you'll easily be approved for any business auto loans. Or if you want to move up tiers from a $60,000 car to $80,000, $90,000 car, they'll do it with, you know, easy green light. So just go ahead and finance your cars with the in-house financing or any type of relationship type of banking. Like I said, Chase, you can do it with Chase or any other big institution. Like I know Bank of America is really good. Each bank is going to be different for different things. So one bank might be good for houses, another bank might be good for cars, another one might be good for loans. You have to pick specifically what's good for auto loans, and I just told y'all a few: Ally Financial, Navy Fed, Bank of America, Toyota Financial, or any bank that has a big lending institution. You got Nissan Financial, you got Kia Financial. Any big car brand will most likely have in-house financing inside of the dealership, and that is a way I was able to build my rental car fleet so fast, because I had the relationship to where I could just come in there every 6 months and just switch cars out and keep moving up tiers, to where now, boom, I got a $100,000 car. Now I'm about to get a $160,000 car, and then a $200,000 car, because I'm building with one bank, not going to Chase, not going to Navy Fed and bouncing through all these different banks. The only time I will go to a different bank is if I'm not going to the next level as far as tiers and class of car. Say if I have a $100,000 car with one bank. I'm not about to go to a different bank and get a $150,000 car because I don't have a relationship with the new bank. I have a relationship with this bank that I have a $100,000 car loan with. If I do choose a different relationship, I will pick a car that's cheaper than $100,000. That's the only time I would choose a different bank and a different relationship. So I'm gonna give y'all one more walk around the X5 M before I take it to the warehouse and park it up. I know I've been yapping this video, but if y'all really take this information and write it down, put it on paper, it's gonna be very beneficial to y'all if y'all want to start a rental car company. Next video or a few videos down the line, I might just talk about like how I start my credit repair company. This is the X5M. As y'all can see, it got kind of like grayish interior. It got the inside the seats. It got, what's that? That's like, I think it's like so it's like some anime stuff, I think, right? It's on a little light up under there. But anyway, here go the car. It got the X5M. They say that, hey, they say this a track car killer, but bro, I'm not gonna lie, this car is nowhere near close as fast as a track car. Like, it ain't even close. Even the owner that brought me this car, he's like, bro, this is a track car killer. Yeah, I get to see by myself. You know, I got to experience the X5M, and I will say it's definitely not faster than the Trackhawk. Not even close. The Trackhawk will eat this car and spit it out. Yeah, y'all, that's the end of this vlog. I'm gonna catch y'all on the next one. Let me know what y'all want to see in the next vlog. I'm not a vlogger, I just be on here yapping, so I will catch y'all in the next video.